Today we have decided to do something we've been wanting to do for a long time. If you're not familiar, Arizona has a wild trout challenge. They also have a trout challenge, but for the wild trout challenge, you have to catch all 5 species of wild trout in Arizona. Not only are we going to catch all 5 species of wild trout, but we're going to try to do it catching them all out of different waters, different rivers, different streams. We've done it before a few years ago, but we've been hearing rumors that it's something that can be completed in one day. So today is that day for us. We're gonna sit there and cast and cast and cast at creeks and rivers around Arizona and try to get all 5 species of wild trout and complete the challenge in one day.
Yeah, 5 main wild trout species are gonna be, we're starting off with the Gila, then we're gonna be going for rainbows, then probably the wild browns, then going for some brook trout, and then Apache trout to finish it off. So that's kind of the order that we're going to be going in, and hopefully going to catch them in a reasonable amount of time because we only have a certain amount of daylight here, but I think we should be able to get it done in a day, hammer them out and get this trout challenge done.
We're starting off with the Gila trout. We're going to try to get them off dries. Might have to switch to a little streamer or dropper, but the Gila trout is going to be our first stop, but we're expecting the Gila trout to kind of be the most difficult and take the most time. That's why we're starting with it. First creek, it's 6 a.m. and we're ready to get this thing started.
Let's get hammering at them so we can get this trout challenge done.
We're going to knock this out quicker than anyone's ever done it before. It's go time. Time to go, we got to get there. Go get that Gila.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right, first fish has been caught. Been here about maybe 10 minutes. Started fishing about 10 minutes ago and caught the first wild Gila of the Wild Trout Challenge. Gila trout is one of the native trout species of Arizona. Just hit a little elk hair caddis off the top. Actually hit it twice, missed it the first time. And then the second time, hooked up and got it in. So we'll release it and we'll get Noah his Gila trout and then we'll head on to the next spot. Let's go.
Persistence. All right, just caught this beautiful wild Gila trout out of this pool right here. Pretty deep pool, a couple feet deep. Grinded for this fish for a little bit. Was mixing up different techniques, and finally got it on the dry. But I was trying stripping with a little leech. Finally hit the dry, so now we'll get them back and on to the next challenge. But Gila trout, done. Let's get out of here.
Time for a rainbow.
trout. Mainly they were hitting the dries, but a couple of them we were getting to chase some leeches. But all of them came off the dries. It was a pretty sweet creek, and now we're heading to go get some rainbows.
Yeah, we didn't spend too much time getting the Gilas. We were afraid it was going to take a while, but actually there was kind of a lot of fish in the creek, and they're pretty aggressive, so we got them pretty quick. We're going to go get the next fish, the rainbow trout. It's a short drive. We're almost there. We're heading up now. Hopefully we can get those quick and head on to the brook trout after that.
Dry.
All right, second cast. Little dry fly, little elk hair caddis again. This guy came up and absolutely destroyed it. But there's fish number 2, the wild trout challenge, the rainbow trout. Now it's time for Noah to get his.
Literally just got out to this creek, making quick work of it. Cole just caught one, now I just caught one on the dry. So these fish were just hammering the dries. Aggressive and pretty fun, wild fish, pretty looking fish, awesome looking rainbows. So now that we got this out of the way, on to the brookies.
Time for some brook trout.
Brook trout, baby.
Tell you what, that was a nice little quick pickup for the species.
Yeah.
Looking at, what, 8 casts total, maybe? If that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now we're out.
Now we're freaking out of here.
All right. On the dropper or the dry? Let's freaking go. What do we got? What's in this net right now?
This freaking net was a nice brook trout.
Is that wild trout number 3?
Look at that, wild trout number 3. This thing is pretty. May not be huge, but I mean, that's a pretty fish. It's about as pretty as you can get it right there. Hit a elk hair. Figures. That's the trend of the day, is just freaking these elk hairs. So
Really just got down here. This is what? You've only casted like, what, 4 times maybe?
Yeah,
5 times?
4 times, so it's, I thought I was gonna hit the dropper, ended up hitting the elk hair. So it's a sweet fish. Excited to have this on the wild trout list for the day.
Yeah, it's a good, this one came quick. All in the
elk hair.
Jeez.
So
Good day to be in, actually bad day to be an elk hair, I'll tell you that.
bad day to be a caddis.
Jesus.
These are probably the prettiest trout of all of them, in my opinion. These things are freaking sweet looking. But, and there it goes.
Got to our brown trout spots. Noah caught a brook trout pretty quick at the last spot, but I couldn't get one. And we didn't want to burn too much time. We fished for like another hour, hour and a half. I wasn't getting anything, so we had to call it and move on. Just the spirit of trying to get this thing completed. So I'm down a brook trout, but Noah got his. So hopefully we can get this brown here quick, move on to the Apache, and then we got one more brook trout spot kind of in our back pocket if we have time. But right now, we're trying to get out of here quick and get this brown. That hole was quick. He just immediately, I'm surprised you had your hand on the line.
I freaking almost got it right now.
Brownie. That's 4 wild trout for Noah. 4 on the board.
All right, I just caught this, my 4th wild trout of the trip, so pretty excited about it. This thing just blew up a dry. Wasn't the elk hair like we've been getting them on, but still a dry nonetheless. So we'll see if we can get into some more fish. Cole get a brown here, and then we'll go for the Apaches. But
yeah, I got to get a brown, and we'll get the heck out of here quick.
Oh. Hey, Mom. Picked up.
Just caught my brown, actually just like a pool or two below where Noah caught his. Came up and hit it. I switched to a parachute Adams as well. Noah kind of found what they were hitting on, so parachute Adams was it today. And yeah, so we each got him. We got it here pretty quickly. We got some nice cloud cover too. It's starting to get a little hot, so we're gonna hit the road, go try to get this last Apache for Noah, hopefully maybe Brook for me, but yeah. We got these browns pretty quick, so that's kind of what we needed in order to have time for these Apaches. So we're about to hit the road and let this guy go. All right, we just pulled up to the last spot for the Apache trout. As you can see, it's starting to get a little darker out. We got probably about, what, 2-ish hours?
2-ish hours. Had some cloud cover that's been kind of unexpected. A little bit of wind picking up, but it's not too bad. So
we gotta get these.
Get them in.
We gotta get these fish quick. 2 hours of daylight left, and it'll be too dark to keep going. So we're motoring down here as far as we can, as quick as we can. Get these fish. Noah has a real chance of doing this in one day. Me, not looking too good because I didn't get the brook trout. So hopefully Noah can get it done, and we'll see if there's something for me, some miracle, but
keep getting them on the dries, hopefully.
Yeah. All right, we just hiked way in here. Just got to the first spots. Long hike, tired. Noah's gonna start us off, so hopefully first pool, he can get this challenge done.
Yeah, we got a freaking fish, baby.
We got it.
Got it.
Noah's done it.
Done it.
It's been completed.
It's happened. There it is.
Unbelievable.
The tiniest fish, but precious. Let's get back in the water.
I honestly can't believe how easy you completed this challenge.
It's nuts.
I've been struggling bad, and I feel like you've been coming out here. Besides the Gila trout, you've caught all these super quick. Oh my God, the first time we did this,
took me, I was the last one to complete these, and freaking now it's just...
Wow, payback.
Payback. We just hit the last spot that we needed to. Caught this beautiful wild Apache right here. Last time that we originally completed this took me forever. This one we found a nice little pool, a little waterfall spot, just water pouring over this little log, and I knew there was gonna be a fish there. Dropped it down, hit the dry, so got all 5 fish, and all 5 fish on the dry, which is pretty sweet, and really happy about it. So this was a freaking grind for these fish, but we made it, and yeah, I'm happy to see this fish in the net. So now time for Cole to get his.
All right, Noah's putting on his gear because he just finished the challenge.
Dunzo. Time for Cole to get his. Friggin' thing was pretty quick, but
I'm telling you, Noah finished this so quick. Besides the Gila trout, he caught all these within like 30 minutes of being on each creek. And I've been struggling bad for pretty much all of them besides the Gila and the rainbow. So I haven't even got my brook yet, but hopefully Noah kind of showed me the recipe to get this Apache, and I'll get it here quick, and then we can maybe swing in a little brook for me. But Noah just knocked this out. So if you're ever wondering if it's possible to complete this in a day, just ask this guy.
it can happen. Anything's possible. Let's go! Second pool, baby!
Next pool, baby!
Let's go! Let's freaking go! I knew that was a fish.
Oh my god.
Let's freaking go! Look at that.
Incredible.
Look
Oh
at that.
my god.
Let's go!
Sometimes the prayers just get answered.
Incredible.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Literally about 10 feet from where Noah just caught his. Saw a little pool, same exact thing. Water running over a log. Bam. This guy hit it. Didn't know if it was a fish. Didn't get him the first cast. Second cast. Boom. He absolutely blew it up. And we got these fish super easy. The Apache was like one of our easiest fish to catch. Absolutely incredible. I thought it was going to be absolutely horrible trying to get this thing quickly. But here it is. Arizona state fish. It's just right that you end on the state fish. Beautiful.
Due to the amount of time it took to catch the Apache trout and trek back to the vehicle, Cole was unable to complete the challenge in catching the final brook trout. But we were still ecstatic that at least one of us was able to complete the trout challenge within a day. This challenge was so difficult that it took us multiple attempts to try and complete it, and did not end up succeeding in completing it in one day until our third attempt. Completing the wild trout challenge in one day was exhausting and difficult to achieve, considering we caught 5 wild trout species at 5 different bodies of water in the span of 13 hours. This was more of a challenge than we were expecting, but an accomplishment we wouldn't forget. If you have yet to complete either of Arizona's trout challenges, we encourage you to go out, explore new waters across the state, and embrace the challenge of catching these elusive, beautiful wild trout. It is an experience you won't forget.